Hi, welcome to Waltham Wolves TV. My name's Andy. I'm a coach, a level 2 FA coach, working in Hampshire in the UK for a youth football team. I currently coach Waltham Wolves Rangers under 14s. This is William, who plays for Rangers and also has the dubious distinction of being related to me. So say hi, William.
Hi.
What we'd like to do today is we'd like to talk a little bit about how to play out from the back in football. It's something we've been working on within Rangers. It's something that in games that we've had a little bit of trouble on, and we've had played some very good teams recently that have been pressing us very high, and so sometimes difficult to get information and discussion out in training on a Friday. So hopefully what we can do here is just pass on some of the thinking that we've had during our training and visualise it we have a nice beauty set for you. So without further ado, let's show you how the game's set up, and we'll talk about playing out from the back. Okay, so hopefully you can see on the pitch here, we have our two teams set up. We have Rangers who are playing in red today, that's our away strip, and we are playing 4-4-1-1, well 1-4-4-1-1. And that, which is how we played our last game, and we're playing Chelsea today, so it's a cup game. They're playing 4-3-3, okay, so they've got their regular setup. Now what we'll do is we'll imagine to start with that we have a goal kick. Rangers have a goal kick, so the ball is at the back, and to start with, Chelsea are feeling their way into the game a bit, so they're not going to press us too hard. They have got their three forwards up, their midfield obviously in our half, and their back four are obviously pushed up to the halfway line, and that's how they're kind of set up at the minute. Morata's obviously looking to make a nuisance of himself. So first goal kick, and so William, perhaps I can ask you, what might Rangers do now, given this kind of setup, to enable those to kind of play out from the back? What might our centre halves do? Do you want to come around and show me?
So, as there isn't many attackers pushing up, the centre halves might just come into the corner.
He's your right back. So he's your right back.
Yeah, right back.
So you playing right back?
No, yeah.
Okay,
right back might push up a bit.
Okay.
On the halfway, nearest the halfway line, or at the edge of the pitch.
Cool. Yeah, so nice and high. Yeah. Good.
Centre backs might push onto the corners or like near around the corners.
Yeah. Okay. So on the apex of the box.
Yep,
Okay. Both centre halves.
Yeah, both of them.
Okay. So show me that. Okay. Good.
It creates width.
What about, so who's this? This might be Louis, maybe he's at right back.
Yeah.
Okay, so Louis wide out here, okay, yeah.
And then this will had to force Morata, let's say he's playing up front, to make a decision to either press one of them, trying to judge it, or just over.
So we're making it hard for Morata, I'd agree. What about your wingers? What do you want to see your wingers do at this point?
You want to see your wingers push even further up than the right backs, considering their general position is further up. Okay, so
you're happy with that one there?
Yeah.
Another winger in here, okay, you happy with that?
Yeah.
Alright, good.
The CDMs could
either move first of all,
a bit, or stay wide, or where they are.
Well, at the minute, so just first, before we move on, so first question is why have you pushed your fullbacks so wide here? What's that created on the pitch here?
Creates width.
Width, okay.
So that if the keeper does play the ball to a centre back and Morata does close them down, they can play it wide, which then can cause them to play 1-2 or something. All right, good. So we've created some width for the team, haven't we? What has that done as well? Again, this is a bit of a theme, isn't it? What has that done for Chelsea? Has that made more pitch for Chelsea to try and defend? Yes.
Okay. So we've got a width. What about depth? How can we create depth then? Who needs to help us make the pitch longer?
The strikers.
Okay, so we've got Ruben here playing up front. Yep. What can Ruben do now? Because to try and help us playing out from the back, he's on number 9. What's he?
He can push up
so he can be as high as he can.
Be offside.
Can he even be off?
Just to make them look over their shoulder.
So now they're now wondering kind of where he is, what he's doing.
Yeah. Okay. And then CAM can move into the space he sort of left behind.
All right, so he's in a good.
CDMs can push wide. They can just.
Well, at the minute, maybe we've got a good shape.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a simple case. So at this point, what are the top 2 choices maybe that Zach, our goalkeeper, has now?
Here, there, or there, depending on how.
Okay, so he can play a simple one to the centre half. He might even try and hit the fullback, might he? Okay. All right.
That's why, but he could.
Okay. he could do that, or we could. Okay, so brilliant. Well done, William. I think that's nice and simple. I like it. Okay, so now actually, so Chelsea are now a bit fed up with us playing out so casually from the back. So actually, they've decided they are going to press us a bit more now. So what would happen now if we've got Hazard and we've got William now, who are now coming in here to press us a bit more. We've still got Morata in the middle. Okay, he's still kind of been a bit annoying. What might we do now? Because now is it safe now to play to one of our centre halves at the minute?
No, because they'll be very easily closed down by either Hazard or William.
So what can we do now in order to make it a bit more difficult for Chelsea to hem us in here?
So the centre backs will probably need to go wider.
Okay.
So
how wide might you like them?
As wide as they can.
Oh, so they can go as far back here as they like.
On the corner.
And what are they doing now by doing that?
They're drawing Hazard, let's say, out wide, creating space here for the right back.
Brilliant. Okay. So
that needs to happen.
So now we're making Hazard make a choice. Okay, you're going to have both. So you've got both your fullbacks.
Yeah, because if we do one, it's pretty obvious where we're going to.
Okay, so actually, how much space now have you made here?
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot. Okay.
An awful lot.
In order, if we want to use that space, though, well, I guess so.
Someone would have to run into it.
All right. Okay. So we now need some movement. Yeah. So which players might need to make movement now? So here's the fullback.
Right or left back.
Okay. Who else might make a movement to help?
The CDMs.
Okay. He might make a move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then they got a nice triangle there.
Okay. So we're getting some triangles here. So obviously Chelsea may react too, but we are making them decide which bits of the pitch to defend here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. And we've got plenty of areas where we've got a numerical advantage, haven't we?
Yes.
All right. Good. I like that. So we might get on the ball here. We might still here, if there's a big enough gap, we might still get our fullback on the ball. If our fullback, supposing our fullback does get on the ball here, and let's suppose that Kante is going to try and close you down. If this is you, William, what do you need now as this fullback in order to actually now help the team get out still? So we've managed to get the ball to you. What do you now need your teammates to do?
I need them to sort of make runs. For example, they need to
Well, so what could your winger do for you, for example?
Winger can move up.
So he's an option.
Yeah, wide.
What might there? So what might this might be? Who's this going to be?
Alonso.
So what might Alonso do now?
Alonso probably track with him.
He might do, mightn't he?
But then that also creates space there.
It does, doesn't it? So who might use that space?
CAM.
So this might be Mr. Fox, mightn't it?
Yep.
So where might he go now?
He might go in there.
Okay. All right. What about? So this might be Dylan. What might Dylan do?
Dylan probably move back.
He might create an option there. Could your centre back? Could he give you an option? Okay.
Yeah,
in which case, what would that allow?
To be tracked.
Well, he might be. Yeah, he might be. We don't know, do we? But he might be. So you've now got you've got support here. You've got two men ahead of you. What about this? What might this CDM do? Does he need to do anything?
Not particular. He just needs to stay in any eventuality. So if I play to Dylan, he could probably.
He might.
Yeah. And it could be
he might need to support Dylan's movement.
He could support there.
Right.
So he just there.
What about?
They're there actually. He needs to be behind the defender for the next ball. So we won't play two here.
We've got a nice overload developing here, haven't we?
Yes.
So Chelsea now why are Chelsea now in a lot of trouble? Where's the killer ball now?
Through.
Okay. So if we can get Mr. Fox on the ball here. Now Chelsea are in trouble, aren't they?
Yeah.
Why are Chelsea in trouble now?
Because they'll have to drop back.
Well, they're going to try and recover. But who's the fastest number 9 and under 14s in Hampshire?
Ruben.
Right, so they're in quite a lot. They could be in a lot of trouble here, Chelsea. Yeah, absolutely. And what's lovely is we've got out and we've created an attacking situation. Okay, very nice, very nice. And in fact, actually, it's a really good example of how if you are pressed high and you can get out, you can very quickly turn that to your advantage.
Yeah.
All right, lovely, well done. So let's maybe just. So we just think though, what might happen though. So let's imagine now. Some different variants. So one other variant on this one. So they're going to still press us a little bit. We've still got our centre halves who are going to, well, maybe they're on the apex still. Maybe they're going to drop because they're being pressed. We've got our midfield, nice little triangle in the middle there. We've got our wide fullbacks. We've got our wingers ready to support. We've got our number 9 ready to threaten behind. what might happen if actually Morata says, right, I'm going to gamble, because we've been giving the ball out here a lot. He's going to come across here now. So now where's the space? The
space is quite obviously here.
Oh, okay. So if this is Dylan, now what might he do?
He might run into that space.
He might get a simple one here.
Because they're all over there.
So if he does that and he's in there, again, I don't suppose Kante and Fabregas and everybody are going to be all happy about that. What does he now need in order to be able to play out from there? So he needs. So who does he need that from?
The other CDM.
Okay. Well, who else? What about these guys? Could they help?
Yeah, they can move it in a bit more.
Yeah.
Actually, you should probably move out a bit to create more room, which I guess does mean
more
to intercept.
Yeah, you need to think about getting into nice.
He could move closer. He could play it to him, which causes him to close down. Play a nice 1-2.
Okay, but you're right, we need to play our way out, don't we?
Yeah,
and we need supporting angles all around us, don't we?
Yes.
We could have people behind us, we could have people to the side of us, but we need to have those passing lanes, and we need to be ready to play our way out.
Yeah.
Excellent, okay? And obviously if it gets tight over here, then actually, what's that probably going to tell us? If Chelsea, they're pretty good, aren't they? They're going to try and put us under pressure.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Where does that mean there is space?
There is space sort of over here.
Okay, so how would we get out over there? Okay, so we could play a fabulous ball. That would be great. But if that looks tricky, okay, who is there a route out around here that we could use?
Yeah,
what's the safest route?
Keeper.
Okay, keeper.
Or just there.
Right.
I was just being dumb.
Good.
Straight back to keeper. There.
Yeah, so we might get out round the back and go into brilliant, lovely. But either way, if the space is in the middle, then our CDMs can use it. But in order to create that space, they would have to start high up the pitch, wouldn't they? Otherwise, if they start back here, what would happen?
They would be way too close, and there would be literally nowhere to go.
Okay, good. What might happen now, though? Let's imagine, though, that Chelsea are now 2-0 down. From our goal kicks, we've scored twice now.
Really
so they're a bit fed up about that. So now, actually, Ansari has said to them, look, guys, you can't let Rangers do this to you. Actually, I want you to really press them now. Okay, no more. The gloves are off. So they've basically got 6. Possibly even their fullbacks are pushing up now. Right? They're really trying to compress us in there.
That's already pretty dumb considering he's way onside, and we could probably just loft the ball over straight.
Well, we could play it long, right? If we've got that, right? So we can play it long to stop. By using your tactic of moving our centre halves into the corners, inviting them to get pressure. I mean, how far could they get in it? Could they go and stand on the corner flag? I mean, could they go right onto this line? Because if they do that...
Yeah, because then they're really wide.
But what have they also done? Who have they taken out of the game now, if they're pressed?
Hazard and William.
Are we happy that Hazard and William are out of the game?
Yes.
We're delighted,
because
absolutely.
They're pretty good.
So,
we do not want them in our game.
Right, and actually, by creating this width, what we're hopefully doing is creating lots of gaps, okay?
Yeah.
Lots of gaps that we can use. And even if they completely, try and hem us in, then... Actually,
then leave lots of space, and we can probably just loft the ball over.
We can, or we can. Could we not even just play it through? Yeah.
Yep.
Right, but if they close up, then there's a space somewhere else. Yeah. So by keeping making the pitch as wide as we can, we create the biggest possible thing they need to try and screen.
Yeah.
And we give ourselves every single chance. Now, if we do get it through their screen, we get Dylan on the ball here, and we get Now what's happening?
There's room for basically Chelsea is stuffed considering there's
so they're going to be 3-0 down, aren't they?
3, 4 basically against 1-2.
Right.
So if
we can beat that,
and shoot.
So by actually inviting them all the way into the corners here, if we can, and making them go as wide as following our people wide, actually we're creating an overload in the middle, if we can use it. Brilliant. Thank you, William.
You're welcome.